this is honestly one of my favorite hot and spicy recipes because it is so unbelievably easy. And it is spicy chicken tenders. And all it is chicken. These are chicken tenderloins. They're actually frozen, so you can always have them in the freezer so that if you suddenly need a last-minute tasty meal, you just pull these out. And they are half a gram of fat and 90 calories per serving, per 4-ounce serving, with 21 grams of protein. Amazing. And Frank's Red Hot Buffalo Sauce. And that is it. It is so easy. So all I'm doing is poaching the chicken. And I do this on Sundays, oftentimes during my Quickie Sunday setup, so that I make a couple of meals, I prepare a couple of things so that I have go-to food during the week, so that when I don't want to sit and prepare, a dish because I'm tired or just not in the mood, I can just go into the fridge and I know that I have these buffalo chicken tenders or other things that I've prepared on Sunday. It's also when I do my green fry, which is everything green that I just throw in to the pot or pan, whatever it is that I happen to have, and make this amazing green fry. So I'm poaching the chicken, and I just literally took these frozen chicken tenders, frozen, put them in water. I took, I have 4 of them, and I made sure that the water just covered the tenders, and then I have them boiling, and that's it. You can also use fresh chicken if you'd like, and you have it, fantastic. The flavor is a little bit better. It's not going to be quite as, how do you explain it? With the frozen, it seems like it's a little bit more fall apart. It's a little bit more rubbery, but with the fresh chicken, you don't have that. But, really, it's not that big of a difference, and if you need something on the go, it's one of my go-tos, and I love food. So then, ooh, this is warm. Hold on. Okay. So now I've had it boiling and poaching in the water for about 12 minutes. So you want to make sure that it cooks all the way through. What's great about poaching foods is that number 1, it's really easy, and number 2, there's no fat involved. There's no extra fat, no oil, nothing. If you want, you can also bake it or grill it, but I actually like to poach. So I'm just going to cut into one of them to make sure that it is completely cooked through. And yes, there's no pink in the center. You don't want pink in the center. You never want to have undercooked chicken. So that's ready. So I'm going to take it off the heat, and I'm actually going to pour out some of this excess water, because then I'm going to put the Frank sauce in. So almost all the water out. I'm just going to leave a little bit to have some sort of a liquid. So a little bit left. Oops, I shouldn't have turned that off. Okay. Now I'm going to add some of the Frank's hot sauce. It's so good, super spicy. Turn it down. So we want to try and glaze the chicken now. So I'm just going to pour a bit in, however much you want. That was probably 1/8 of a cup. Now keep in mind though the salt, okay? So for 1 tablespoon it is 5 calories, but 400 milligrams of sodium. So it's a lot. So just keep that in mind when you're cooking with Frank's. So I'm just going to mix this around and incorporate the hot sauce into the water. Turn it up just a little bit more. So what I want it to do is reduce. So I'm basically making it into a sticky sauce. So I'm reducing the hot sauce in the water, and then I'm flipping the chicken a couple of times so that I get it completely incorporated. And the reason why I didn't add salt, I usually add salt to water when I'm poaching, like if I'm poaching fish, or even if I'm just poaching chicken and putting another sauce on it. Sometimes I just poach clean chicken on Sundays, and I just put the chicken poached in the fridge, and then I can put whatever sauces I want on it. But when I'm doing it with Frank's, I don't poach it in salt water because of all the extra salt that you're adding. So you want to be aware of that. Okay. Just a little bit more, and I do want a little more Frank's because it's not quite red enough for me. And I like it super spicy. And here's the great thing about spicy foods. They're natural fat burners. So, you know how sometimes you start to sweat a little bit? Well, that's because you're actually increasing your body's internal temperature. So you're burning more calories naturally. So you're increasing your metabolism and you're burning more fat. So I like to have something spicy, something hot every single day. I also put, I put sriracha in my oatmeal and eggs in the morning. I have red pepper flakes that I like to put in a lot of things. I incorporate cayenne pepper into my special tea that I drink at night. It's just cayenne pepper, water, lemon, and cinnamon, so that I have that extra little bit of fat burning potential, and upping my metabolism just a little, because you know what, it is the little things that count. People don't think the little things matter. The little things matter. They really add up. Like if you have one bite of a cookie, and then you have, you know, one little scoop of ice cream, and then you have one little this of something else, well, suddenly you've just had almost as many calories, if not more, than an entire meal, and you weren't even counting those little bites. So same thing goes with the metabolism. You can burn just a few extra calories during the day by having some fat burners like hot peppers. Fantastic. And that's the whole point of this hot and spicy quickie series, because it does heat you up in many, many ways. One of them is the metabolism. So now they're nice and red and buffalo-ish, and that's it. So I'm going to take it off the heat. Okay, and I'll show you what it looks like. It smells so good. If you want to add a little bit of acid just to bring up the flavor a little bit, and you have limes or lemons, perfect. I love to add a little bit of a sprinkle of lime on my buffalo chicken tenderloins. But you don't want to do it when you're making them all like this. You want to do it right before you eat it. So if you put it in the fridge for later, have the lime ready so that when you eat it, then you put it in. And I want a little extra sauce, so I'm going to go into the pan. Okay. So hot and spicy. So it's a shot of both. So good. It's so simple and so spicy. I have to have some water, but so good. So that is your hot and spicy quickie in the kitchen with Frank's Red Hot Buffalo Wings.